Hello guys, sorry for the delay. We were having some technical difficulties, of course. But
Naturally.
welcome to the second round of Assetto Corsa Competizione. We will be racing in Silverstone today. And this time I have Crayon for company. How are you, Crayon?
I'm doing quite well. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
That is very good. Who doesn't love a little bit of technical difficulties
Yeah,
before anything?
it's n-
Like it's like a part of life that
yeah.
you just need to accept.
It's
And
not
if
a
you can't accept it,
Simcade stream if we don't have technical difficulties. So,
exactly.
yeah. It's
There's no fun.
it is what it is. So, for today's race, we are, as I said before, racing in Silverstone, and we'll have a 45-minute race, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not. And dry weather throughout the whole race. Tire wear, of course, it's the game's tire wear. We don't mess around with that. And tire choice, you can use as many as you want. You are not. It's not required or mandatory to change tires, but it is mandatory to pit for fuel. So at least 1 liter has to go inside your car for the second stint. So those are the race details. So right now we are on a free practice session that is about to end in around 2 minutes, and then we'll start qualifying. And at the moment, at the top of the table is I think it's the drag. I don't know how to pronounce this game, and I'm just gonna humiliate myself every
Razik?
time. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm gonna say Drazik. Drazik sounds better. It sounds like
Razik
the
sounds
correct
better,
way.
yeah.
Lance fooled me last week. I think he went to Google Translate. But how did you say it? Can you say it again for me?
Drazik.
Drazik. Okay.
That's how I think it's said.
I
Because we
don't
have a lot of
know.
new people.
And
So
we have to ask him. We
yeah,
really do.
that's gonna yeah.
But he's currently sitting at the top of the table with a 158.6. That's an impressive time.
Pretty good.
Dawson is currently P2 with a 58.7, so just 1/10 behind. Not even 1/10. Like it's a little bit less than that. And
Seems like it's gonna be
Carl,
close.
yeah, it's gonna be very close. And Carl, which was the winner of last week's race, is in P3 with a 59.0. So it's just 3/10 separating top three. And then we have Mons, which I think is a very good time as well, with a 2.00. So yeah, Barenko also putting up a good, very nice time, a 2.0.2. Ruzu, 2.0.2 as well, just 7/1000 of a second behind Barenko. And our own AJ as well, putting up a 2.0.8. So between first place and seventh place at the moment, it's like 2 seconds at least,
Yeah.
at most.
Wait,
So
what's first?
158.6.
Drive's got a 158. Yeah. About 2 seconds
Yeah,
separating
yeah,
first and second, or first and seventh.
yeah. Of course, this
In
doesn't mean anything because it's just a free practice.
well, yeah, it's a practice session.
Yeah.
Sandbagging.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, yeah,
sandbagging.
yeah. Yeah, Lance accuses me of doing that a lot. And to be honest, yeah, I kind of do that. No, I'm joking. I don't do
Little
that.
bit, little
I
bit of
don't do that.
sandbagging.
I don't do that. I like to go all out. I like to show every of my cards early in the game. Yeah. Because then there's no surprises, you know. So the
Yeah,
thing
exactly.
is, I sometimes think that I have my cards on the table, and then half a second just shows up out of nowhere. Sometimes I understand where it comes from. Sometimes I don't, and I think the frustration comes where you don't know where the time comes from because you can't
Mm.
replicate it, so you can't maintain the consistency with the fast time.
Yeah,
So
like yesterday in the F2, I was doing like 144s, 143s in quali, and I was like, it was definitely me sandbagging the 142.8 I got in quali then for P5. So like, definitely sandbagging, and definitely not me having no clue how I got like my second best time ever on that track when it counted.
yeah,
But yeah. And then I had a terrible start, but recovered up to seventh. So happy
yeah,
with
that was
that.
a good recovery. That was very
Yeah.
nice. I wasn't here, unfortunately, for yesterday's F2 race. I'm sorry, Simcade. I can always be here. I try. But yeah, I went back at least to check on the results to see the finishing order. And it must have been a good race. I don't know. I'll have time to check back
It,
on that, so I'll watch it later.
it was a good race from my perspective anyway. Like I had a pretty tough battle with Golf for basically like the whole race.
Yeah.
Has a few. Oh, he had some overtakes on me. I had some overtakes on him. One for me, a quite risky lunge into turn one, but I pulled it off somehow. Um,
Yeah.
but fun factoid was yesterday I was racing on Lance's setup, not my
Oh,
own.
so you went faster for like by 2 seconds, right? I think that's how it works.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that's exactly how it works. Yeah,
but
it's the two in TGT2 is where that comes from.
yeah, See, exactly. I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never fooled me.
Yeah.
I think the enjoyment you take out of the race it depends on the objectives you set out for yourself.
Hmm.
And for me personally, I think that a good race is having like a tight, fierce battle with someone. You know, that's for me. I
Yeah.
can be like 20th place as long as I'm having fun with someone else. I think that's enough for me because I honestly, I know that some people think otherwise, but I honestly don't need to win because I just like racing. Of course, that winning has its own merit, and obviously everyone likes to win. But realistically speaking, if I'm going into some leagues, I'm not gonna win everything, right?
Mm.
So when you come to the realization that maybe you are unable to win everything because that's what happens, I think that's when you start to find some other things to take some enjoyment out of racing. And
Yeah.
that for me, that's one of them. Having like a nice tight battle with someone. I don't care who it is. I just like
Mm.
to, have some side by sides through corners, like respectfully, not pushing
Yeah.
anyone. And if it comes to the point where you have some contact, just be a gentleman, let the other guy through because maybe it was
Yeah.
your fault or not. But yeah, I think that you have to find your own purpose for racing because most of the time there are some beasts out there like Dawson right now, which is the first one to come out on an outlap, and he's 1 second down on his delta. I don't know what that delta is because maybe it's compared to the practice time.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I completely agree with you that like everyone kind of has to take away different things from racing, but like the most fun doesn't come from just pulling away at the start and being 20 seconds ahead. It comes from having like a tight battle with someone.
Yeah.
Like by the end of yesterday's race, which was still like very anxiety inducing for me because I had some very old softs that were beginning to get very slippery.
Yeah.
Um, but like I had like 20 seconds to the car in front and behind, and it was just me. So it
Yeah.
just felt like I was in free practice again, except for
Yeah,
the
no
fact that my
man's
car was
land,
just
right?
trying to
Yeah.
fling me into the wall. But I had a lot more fun when I was going like chasing someone or when I was defending against someone because it's like it's just I don't know, it's just more fun. It's just a lot more fun.
Yeah, I totally get you. I mean, I'm not in any way complaining about the way I won some of the Gran Turismo races because sometimes that's what ended up happening to me was just qualifying first and then just having not always the best, run out of the starting line, but once I got on my rhythm, on my groove, I would just disappear. And yeah, that's nice to secure a championship. But if you're like an entire season just doing that, I'm like sometimes looking at my mirrors like, isn't there anyone coming? I mean, they must be having so much fun down there. Come on, guys. And
Just gonna ease
yeah,
onto the brakes for a little
yeah,
bit here.
yeah. And
Gonna let him catch up a little bit.
I mean, I think one of the races that I had the most fun with was with Lance. I think it was Blue Moon. I don't know the name of the track in Gran Turismo, but he knows what I'm talking about if he hears
Probably
this.
Blue Lagoon or something.
Yeah, I think that's it with the radicals. That was so much fun because I spent the whole race just behind him trying to overtake him and I couldn't. But it was like literally the whole race like 2 tenths, 3 tenths away from him. Then I would get close and then I would make a mistake and then I would go back and I would make it back. I would make the time back again and then I would lose it again. And it was so much fun. And also another one with HL Spa when we were doing the Renault trophies. Yeah, I was second place for most of the race, and HL was like there the whole time. And then he overtook me, and then I overtook him in the last lap, and it was such a nice race. And I'm sure that if I think about it, there was also Hip and Lance in Barcelona with the Group 3s. when we were all doing the car of our choosing, and I was with the McLaren, I think Hip with the Porsche, and Lance with the Corvette. That was also very, very nice. So yeah, I think that was the most fun I had with racing so far.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it's just fun to fight people. It's fun to be with people on the track. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, you know, you can do as many laps on your own, but the most fun comes from like just being side by side into a turn.
Yeah,
Or
but you know
like
what's
any.
also fun? Being fast in qualifying. And at the moment,
Oh,
Dawson just did a 57.9. And I'm sorry I wasn't
wow.
paying attention, but he did a 57.9. That's crazy.
Yeah, I did see also that Liar Cry went off at one point. Oh, he's back on again now, so it doesn't matter. He's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
So
is
right
good.
now we have, who is it? Number 17, which is Berenko. Oh, he invalidated. Oh no, he's coming out of the pits. I'm sorry. I think that's it. He's coming out of the pits. Number 24, which is Ninja, is now crossing the line, but it's invalidated as well, so he's gonna have to do another one. Number 72 just crossed the line, and number 72 is Golf Maniac, I believe.
Yes, that
Yeah,
is Golf Maniac.
Golf Maniac currently doesn't have a time set, so we must have invalidated along the way. So
Yeah.
next car I think that's coming through the line is Jack, and Jack didn't set a time as well. He's 3 seconds down on his delta. I don't know what this delta is, because if he didn't set a time, what is
This
that
magical
delta?
delta.
Yeah, that's weird. So he's now coming through. I don't know the name of the corner, so I won't be able to tell them. But he's now coming to the to cross the line, and let's see what time he does for us. And it's a 2:04.4. Okay, that's a good time.
It's
Good
a good
effort.
time. It's definitely a good time, but
That gives him T10. So in 15
yeah.
drivers, it's not too bad. We still have a lot of people to set. We still yet to set a time. Golf Maniac is now doing a hot lap. Drzaik, he just set a time and he went straight to P3 with a 59.1. So we just have Golf Maniac to set a time, and Other Plans, I think it's his name, because it's O Plans. And he just invalidated, so he won't be able to set a time this lap.
Oh, and who was that behind him doing a nice old big drift? That was Jazak. If that's we're never going to get his name proper until he tells us. It's not.
We
going
have to talk
happen.
to him. Yeah, we have to talk to him to understand how we should pronounce
well,
his
here's
name.
hoping he gets a podium so we can ask him.
Yeah. That would be nice. So Bob Nard is now leaving the pits. He's currently P4 with a 159.1 as well. So he's just 9/100ths away from Drzaik. And I'm going to
still pretty far away from Dawson.
Yeah, and Dawson has like fastest time, fastest sectors. So gonna be a hard man to beat. Like second place is currently 6/10ths away from him, which is Carl, which currently has his lap invalidated because I think he was leaving the pits maybe. So is Jack improving on his time? I think no. He's very, very close to his delta, but he's not improving so far. Oh, he got a few tenths. He got 3/10ths. So he's going through the final corner, and I think he got a good exit. So it's going to be 2.5 tenths, I think, when he crosses the line. So that's going to be a 2:03 no, 2:04.1, no, 2:04.2. So he's P13 at the moment. Ninja's in the pits, so
there's a little bit of a traffic jam kind of building here. It's blurred. Blur car just went off.
Yeah, he did.
Seems he's probably going to go back to the garage. Yeah. There was a bit of a 3-man kind of traffic jam kind of building up there. Kind of started at Cops and it's carried all the way down through onto the F1 pit straight.
So Carl is also with an invalidated lap. What's happening? And we have Golf Maniac. Still, no, he's not improving, so he's probably not gonna beat his time. So we will check on Lyrecryer, which I don't think. No, he already has a time at 2:05. So Other Plans is the only one missing a time on the table.
Jack looking to set a time here.
So Call is improving on his time, but he's invalidated as well. So it's kind of weird that he's having a few issues right now, because he was very consistent through the last race. So I don't know what's going on exactly. Maybe he didn't get the setup of his car right, but that BMW is a nice machine, so I'm sure he'll figure it out during the race. As long as he can keep behind Dawson, he still has a chance. So do not count him out. I know 6/10 might be a lot of time, but actually it isn't. 6/10 is not that much time. If he's like me and he finds like half a second somewhere out of nowhere and can be consistent with it, as I'm sure he can.
Magical half second.
Dawson had some issues. Yeah, Dawson went off and he teleported back to the pits. So I don't know what was going on there.
Jack's coming on now to finish his lap, looking to finish about 2/10
Yeah,
faster.
so it's going to be a 2:04.0. Nice.
A bit of an improvement, They may have time to set one more flying lap if they go straight into their final lap.
Yeah, so AJ is now crossing the line as well, a 10th faster, so it's a 2:00, almost a 1:59 actually. And Other Plans just crossed the line and set a 2:04.3.
Ooh.
That gives him P14. So we have now Carl going to cross the line for his final hot lap. So we'll see how that goes for him. Let's stay on board with him for a bit. Because I'm interested to see if he can at least get a little bit closer to Dawson. So he's already improving a bit. It seems like he's thinking it a little bit safe. So down to third gear. Here maybe a second gear. No, he takes it in third gear. Full throttle now. He's not improving much, just 0.04 of a second for now. So here you want to brake like halfway between that board and the curb, but he actually brakes. No, I'm sorry, I'm confusing the braking points, because last time I did was raining, so braking point has to be a little bit earlier.
I have to say I'm pretty fond of this BMW myself. Remember the one and only ACC races I did did in that BMW. I was terrible, but I still did it.
Yeah, I think the BMW is actually a very stable car. And, it is fast enough for giving a good fight.
Fast enough for P2 at the moment.
At the moment, yeah. He went a little bit over that curb, but I'm not sure if he can make the time maybe here. So full throttle now, up to second gear now, and
very close to his current time.
Yeah, he's losing a little bit now. So almost a 10th down on his time. It's not looking very good for him unless he can make some type of dark magic here to get some time back. And he's getting it, but not improving. I think he went a little bit wide. I heard a little bit of a slide, but he's now getting some time back, and his delta is like 0, so we don't know if he's gonna improve or not.
It's near exactly the same.
At least there's some consistency there, and it's 1:58.6, so it's a little bit worse than what he did by 0.04 of a second, but it's
that's some very consistent speed.
Yeah, that's very consistent. If he preys on Dawson long enough, if he applies enough pressure to him, maybe make some kind of mistake, and Carlton can take advantage. So still currently on the hot lap, we have car number 77. Yes.
Out of not incredible lap, 3 seconds down.
And he's also invalidated, so.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna.
No, he has done that, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna finish qualifying now. Unfortunately, he's gonna stay P11 unless someone behind him improves and lose the position. And
Dawson currently on a lap coming through Hangar Straight.
Yes, and he's not improving. He's 4/10 down, so 3/10 down. And if you think about it, that makes his pace closer to Call. So
Could have a very close battle for first here.
Yes. Yes, we will, and that's what we want.
That's exactly what we want, because it's fun to commentate.
So Dawson just crosses the line with a 158.4, best time 157.9. So that's 4 tenths down on his time, give or take. Jack aborted his lap, so he's not going to cross the line. He was 3 seconds down, more or less, give or take. Other plans, I think he's the last car. I don't know who car number 88 is. I don't think he started another... 88 is Dawson, so he finished his lap already.
He's
and
looking to gain some time, though.
yeah, he's a second up. So he's gonna do a 1, 2. Ooh, he almost invalidated there.
Very close.
And he stays P14, but that was a good effort. That was a good improvement. He's just
very good effort.
3 tenths away from Ninja. So just a little bit more and it could have been P14. Not bad, not bad. So our starting order will be Dawson in P1, Call in P2, sorry. The Drake P3, Bobnar P4, Ruzu P5, Mans P6, AJ P7, Barenko P8, Sweet P9, Golf Maniac P10, Olsen P11, Jack P12, Ninja P13, Other Plans P14, and Liarcry P15. Sorry.
So a lot of our new crowd kind of closer up to the front. The only that we've seen really before, like since last season, be Mans.
Yeah.
Be the highest up. So new faces bringing in some new talent.
And we're gonna have a rolling start. Drivers are now setting up their car and setting up their strategy. We will probably have cars with around maybe 45 liters, 45 to 50 liters, and then they will make a stop for tires probably and more fuel. It's not mandatory to change tires again, but I feel like if you're going to stop for fuel, you might as well change tires.
It just makes sense.
So this is a rolling start. Drivers have to be side by side. They have the indicators on screen to maintain speed and to keep a certain distance. So I think Call is too far ahead. He has to, yeah, otherwise he's going to have a penalty. So it starts now, green light. I think Call actually got a better start than Dawson, maybe.
Dawson has the inside line,
and
but he's going to get out in front of Kyle.
And the Drake already trying to make a move on Call as well.
Oh,
so
contact there between Mons and Ruzu, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
okay,
I saw
we can check on that
there
real
somewhere.
quick. Let's go back a little bit. So Mans. Oh, it was not Mans. I think it was Ruzu and Bobnar. They had a little touch there, but
if we go back to the action here, Dawson and Cal are very close.
And Call
Dawson trying to keep that inside line by the looks of it.
Ooh, pushed him wide a little bit, but all fair so far. And Call already making a move into the chicane. He has the inside line now. He backed out.
But still maintaining.
Yeah.
Very, very close together. Less than a tenth at the last.
Live to fight another day, right? This is still the first lap, so.
Yeah.
Although we do want to see some action and we're getting it, I don't think you should risk it like that the first lap. So maybe a very conservative move by him, but definitely the right choice for now.
Ooh, takes a look on the inside there.
It's
maybe just
close.
A little touch, but still keeping their distance. With almost 3 seconds between second and third already, it just shows you how fast these two really are.
What happened? I have no idea. I will try and go back a little bit because I'm curious to see what happened that made them. Ooh, and there was a little bit of contact.
Big contact.
And he was already very far back here. We have no idea.
It looks like Joseic still gets out in front and actually pulls away a bit. In the end there. Oh, very close fight front here. Oh, contact between Dawson and Cal. And Cal really spun out into the dirt.
Oh no, that's too bad.
That is that
Let
is
me go back to watch that.
killer
Sorry.
for Cal.
So we have the replay now. Ooh, there was a contact there indeed. We pushed him wide a little bit. That's too bad. So Carl now relegated to 6th position. Oh, and we have no. I think Carl. Okay, I thought someone went into the pits, but I was mistaken. So
No, it's the pit. The pit thing is open now.
okay, so I think that's something that the stewards will have to analyze after the race. I'm not sure exactly whose fault it was, because I don't know. It just felt like maybe Carl didn't see or didn't measure the space correctly. Maybe he was too close. I don't know. We'll have to check that after the race. But for
Mans
now,
has made his way all the way up to 3rd.
and we have a very close. Whoa, there's a big train of cars all together.
Yeah, very
like,
big train of cars.
all 1/10, 2/10 away from each other. And Barenko's trying to make a move on the outside of Carl. He has the inside line and he makes the overtake stick. No, Carl has a better exit on the outside, so Barenko maybe backed out a little bit. Now AJ trying to brake early to not have contact with Barenko. And now AJ is in the position to take a... Ooh, I think he might have been a little bit squeezed, AJ, there. But we'll have to see. This is very close racing at the moment.
Very, very close racing.
And Mans is 3/10 away from P2 as well. From the drag. So I think AJ is putting the pressure on Barenko a lot. So if I go to P2 now, Mans is keeping 4/10, 5/10 away from the drag at the moment. And Dawson is...
Almost 6 seconds between Dawson and Drzejek.
Yeah, after that contact, they already were building up quite some margin, and after the contact, well, he's in no man's land for now. We'll see if someone can catch up to him, because this is a long race. There's still 40 minutes left. Just barely 5 minutes have passed, so there's a lot of action still to come.
Man's taking a little bit of liberty with the curb there going through Maggots and Beckett's.
Ooh, and Carl making
kind
a
of
move.
allowing Cal to get closer. Cal slipstreaming off of Mans.
Ooh, this is gonna be tough.
Tries and he's gonna make a move on into the inside here.
Ooh, Mans backed out. Mans gave him very room.
Yeah, great sportsmanship from Mans there, but
Yeah, he
Cal
gave him
with
a lot of room.
Cal with quite a good overtake there on the inside, getting very close
And Carl,
to Drzejek there in the braking.
Carl already up to P3 now.
Got back from the dead.
Yeah, he's on a mission. He's definitely on a mission. He's getting closer and closer and closer. Meanwhile, let me just check on the back real quick. Ruzu is actually very close to Sweet, and he's going to make a move now on the outside. He doesn't. He tries the old switcheroo. I think he gets a better exit. And he does get a better exit now. There's a little bit of contact. Ooh, almost a pit maneuver, and that's Sweet going off track. I think Ruzu had the right to be there, of course, but he could have, avoided the contact. It's also something that we'll have to look after the race. In the meantime,
I'd have a look at Drzejek and Cal again, because
yeah, I am currently, and
it's a very, very close battle here.
Yeah. Dawson can chill for now, save some tire maybe, to then push later.
Still pulling away.
Yeah, and Carl just did the fastest lap with a 2-0. So. And
Cal has a look on the inside.
Yeah, the drag had a moment there, so he lets him through. And this also gives the opportunity for Mans to get closer. So P3 is also in play for Mans, and the drag has a moment there, and Mans gets through. The drag losing 2 positions in the space of 3 corners. That's not too good, and now he's under pressure from Barenko, and this is gonna be very tough for him. And I'm not sure if anything happened to him. I'm not sure if he has any damage or something, because he's going very, very slow. Barenko now making a move on the inside. Barenko starts to break early. There's contact, and the Drake goes a little bit wide. Nothing happens to Barenko, fortunately, but the Drake, I don't know what happened to him. He's now under pressure from AJ. AJ getting closer and closer and closer. And he's now just 4/10 away.
Falling further and further down the order.
What happened?
Where did it all go wrong?
Was it just a series of bad moments, or did something happen that we didn't see?
I'm not sure because I honestly don't know. I think he just kind of kept on falling.
It was like 3 positions, I think, in the space of 5 corners. What happened? I have no idea, but I think he's pulling away from AJ for now. So I guess he's a little bit safe, but AJ is also not alone because he's got, I think, Ruzu behind him, 1.2 seconds and closing in. And Barenko, I think, is going to be under pressure from the Drake in a few, but the Drake is also having AJ to worry behind him, so this is going to be an interesting fight here for P4.
Jesus Christ. Cannot get the name right.
Yeah, you're just going to have to run with it.
Quick look on the inside. Yeah, Drzejek. Well, if I can remember to say it like Drzejek, then we'll keep going with it. We had a quick look on the inside there, coming into the start-finish straight. Now coming into Magus and Beckett's.
Ooh, he did almost like a straight line there with no corner cutting, so that was a very effective corner by him. I think he's getting closer and closer to Barenko, so he's starting to get some ground back. In the meantime, it seems like the top 3 have settled. And Dawson is still 6.7 seconds away from Carl, and Carl is 2.6 seconds away from Mons. So it seems like top 3 has settled, and Barenko is maintaining that 2-second gap for 2 months. So we'll see what happens then. But in the meantime, AJ, I think, is falling behind just a tiny little bit, allowing Ruzu to close in a little bit as well. There's a cone flying over there all the way to the.
I caught that in the corner of my eye.
Yeah, but I think Barenko is actually doing a good job of keeping the Drake behind him, and although the gap isn't that big, it also hasn't been decreasing. So good job, Barenko. Good job, putting in good work.
I'm not quite sure what's happened to Golf here in the pit. Has Golf retired, or?
No, he hasn't. I think he probably had some damage. He's now leaving the pit.
Probably.
He pitted very early, so I'm not sure if he switched tires. But if he's the first one to pit.
Got quite the gap to make up now, but 20 seconds.
Yeah, he lost 5 positions. He started P10, so... Yeah, and Bobnar, for some reason, he's also lost 10 positions. He was P4, so I don't know what happened exactly, but it's very, very weird. In the meantime, just a little bit of statistics here while the Drake is fighting Barenko, and he's just 2.2 seconds behind him. So let's see what happens here.
Drzejek seems to have quite a good line through Magnus and Beckett.
Yeah, and he's now got the better exit. He got a better exit, but he wasn't able to capitalize on that. So even with the slipstream that he's now not taking advantage of, he doesn't seem to be able to catch up. Maybe something is wrong with his car. I'm not sure. But he's able to keep up with Barenko.
Maybe.
Because sometimes it seems like he's got a better exit speed, but when we start to get to the point where we're reaching top speed, it seems like he can't keep up.
Could it also maybe be the car? The fact that he's in the Porsche and Branko's in the Aston?
Maybe that's it.
The Aston has like a bit more straight line speed, maybe. Than the Porsche, but then the Porsche might have a better turning speed.
I love that Barenko is saying hello to us. There's a sticker there in the back of his car saying hello.
Hello.
Okay, Barenko still got the better exit here. He's pulling away now and maintaining the gap at 0.2 seconds. It seems like through the corners he's slower because he starts braking early, but then he gets a cracker of a speed exiting the corner. We don't know exactly what's happening. I'm not sure if... Oh, now the track going a little bit wide here. Compromising his corner, maybe? Barenko?
So was Barenko.
Yes.
So was Barenko.
And now, let's see who gets the better exit here. it seems like Barenko still gets the better exit and he's pulling away a little bit. 0.3 seconds is separating these two drivers, and we have no idea what's happening here with the Drake. I hope it's not damaged, but
my suspicion is just that the Aston has a bit more straight line speed, as we see Barenko have a little bit of a moment there coming through cops. A little bit of a flick.
In the meantime, Ruzu is very close to AJ. 0.5 seconds behind him. I think he's getting closer and closer. So the last lap time from AJ was a 2:02.3, and Ruzu did a 2:01.1. So that's 1.2 seconds faster. And I'm not sure if AJ is starting to have some trouble with his tires. But he's also with the Aston Martin, so
it'd be a little bit early for it.
Yeah, I think so too. Unless you're just going crazy, going ham on the tires. Sorry.
Maybe, but this is also like a little bit of an endurance game. Like you're gonna want to wait it out. Like it is a 45-minute race.
Ooh, sorry to interrupt, because the Drake is very, very close. He's almost making a move on Barenko. 0.1 behind, but still unable to catch that car on a straight.
I think the Aston just has that little bit more straight line speed that the Porsche doesn't. As he has a look on the inside here.
Ooh, and Barenko
and
goes wide. Ooh, there's contact.
Ooh, big contact there.
And he lets Barenko go, but then takes the inside line, and there's another contact. He pushes Barenko wide. Barenko has a little moment there, and I'm not so sure about that exit there. I think there's also another incident to look at the end of the race, but if I'm going to be honest, I think...
I'd also have a look here at Barenko and AJ. Got very close there. AJ maybe having a little look on a turn, but I'd say we might want to actually keep in touch with Drake, because he again does not have that straight line speed.
So I'm going to go back just a few seconds to see exactly what happened, and I already caught it a little bit late, so we won't be able to check up on that right now, but after the race I think the students should have a look at that, because that was rough, and Barenko was the big loser, because he's now he's now under pressure from AJ, and I think the Drake is safe for now. I think he was able to pull away, but we will see how that goes for him, because it seems like he was having a lot of trouble on the straights with the top speed. So we'll see.
Like I said, Magus and Beckett seems to just be a huge strong point for him. So he's just able to slingshot himself out of there. But you can already see how close Barenko is trying to get to him.
And in the meantime, AJ is under pressure from Ruzu now. It's like
everyone's under pressure from everyone.
Yes, at the moment, yes. And we didn't notice, but I'm not sure if Dawson already stopped. I need to check that, but Dawson is 1.4 seconds behind Carl. I don't think that was the stop. I think that was time that Carl made.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's just 1.4 seconds separating P1 and P2 at the moment. And no, he hasn't stopped. The only cars that have stopped so far was Golf Maniac and Bobnar. Maybe they had an incident, that's why they stopped. But at the moment, only those two drivers have stopped. So good job on Carl for making up the time and bringing himself up again to the back of Dawson. So we'll see how that goes for him. In the meantime, Barenko, I think he's pulling away from AJ. He's still 0.7 away from him, but not able to make much ground, but slowly but surely making some ground on AJ. The Drake so far 4.1 ahead of Barenko, seems to be pretty much safe for now. Doesn't seem to be losing time, but then again Barenko might be distracted by defending his P5 at the moment, so he might not be able to push to P4.
Mans still seems to be in like a bit of a no man's land here, really.
Yeah, gap to the car ahead is 7 seconds, I think, and gap to the car behind is 5 seconds, so yeah, he's really in no man's land. Let's just check up on him real quick. Yep, there's a lot of track between the driver in front and the driver behind, so yeah, he's just chilling. That's a P3 as well, so if he can't make any ground, that's already a good spot to finish the race. Considering he started P6, that's a gain of 3 positions, so
quite a good
job,
gain.
Mans.
Quite a good gain.
Very good job. So at the moment, Carl 1.2 seconds behind Dawson. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Dawson had an incident or Carl is just, and again, on a mission, trying to get to a fighting position for P1. But he's doing a stellar job of keeping up with Dawson. And as I told you, his race pace, Dawson's race pace might not be that qualifying time. At the moment, Carl with the fastest lap of a 1:59.2. So, and the Dawson with the fastest lap of a 2:0.1. So, almost a second separating both fastest laps. I know this is not the same as the race pace or their consistency, but that's some statistics, and I like to say some statistics sometimes. So.
It's the fact that the fastest lap of the race is faster than a lot of the qualifying laps a lot of people put in.
Yeah, I
So
think Carl at the moment is the only one in the 59s. He's the only one that has done a 59. Everyone else is on the 1-2 on the 2-0 something.
I'd say that Cal is just speedy. He's just really speedy. Like it appears that his race pace is not incredibly far off his qualifying pace. Like
Yeah.
obviously there's a difference there, but it's less than the others.
And as I was saying, that Dawson did a 1:59.8, so that's closer to Carl's fastest time, but still 6/10 away from his time. But the gap still is 1.2 seconds between P1 and P2, so Carl is making up some time, it seems, on some sections of track, but at the same time, the gap doesn't seem to be decreasing. So Barenko now under pressure from AJ, which is 0.3 seconds behind, and Ruzu 0.8 seconds behind AJ. So this is the closest fight we have on track at the moment, and it seems AJ is gaining and gaining and gaining on Barenko. The pit window has been open for quite a lot now. We should see drivers starting to pit unless they have incidents, but they should pit around the 25 minute, 20 minute mark.
To Jack for that answer, because he is in fact in the pit.
It's true. He's currently stopped in the pits. So Barenko doing a good job right now, considering the situations that he had so far. Going a little bit wide, not hitting the apex, having a little bit of a moment, and allowing AJ to get a little bit closer. But now AJ trying to make a move up on the inside. Barenko going wide, giving a little bit of room. Now AJ on the outside, maybe trying to switch through, but allows Ruzu to make a move. Maybe no, but he was looking. He was looking.
He was close. It was very close there, but then now the two lads have pulled away from Ruzu. So
Yeah.
make a little bit of that time back.
Yeah, he maybe compromised this next corner by trying to make a move, by having a look, but so far it seems like they are still pretty close, and Barenko going very slow. He's taking a very wide line, but then keeps it very tight and gets a great exit. So, and they're both on Aston Martin, so there's no excuse here for the top speed.
You're both just as bad.
Or just as good, you don't know.
Oh, well,
maybe it's the setup.
Very true, very true.
Maybe it's the setup of the car.
Even then, it seems like Barenko's pulling away a bit.
Yeah,
maybe Barenko just has a better setup for straight lines.
Barenko is just sandbagging. You know, he's just like, well, maybe he has the stream open and he's listening to us, and he's like, ah, man, I'm gonna show these guys how it's done, and then just steps on it and just pulls away. Maybe he's just sandbagging to give us something to commentate on.
maybe.
I like to believe Barenko is doing that. I think he's a good driver, and I think that he can do a lot better than this, maybe. So I like to think like that he's a lot to show. He's got a lot to show us. So
maybe he's doing what I was saying earlier. You know, just a little bit extra break, let them catch up a small bit. You know, just kind of keep him in the rearview mirror just enough.
Yeah, keeping it exciting.
Yeah.
So speaking of exciting, at the moment, Carl 0.7 seconds behind Dawson, so he's getting closer. No one has stopped yet. Aside, I see 3 people in the pits right now: Sweet in P11, Bobnar in Last Ninja Cow in P12, and Olsen in P10. So positions are bound to change a little bit as I'm giving it to you right now, because the leaderboard is just updating. So Sweet is now P10, Ninja P11, and Olson is probably gonna be P12 or P13 depending on where Jack is on track.
P12, I think.
Yeah, so Yeah, also
So,
is P12 after leaving the
but
pits.
we do also need to remember the front runners still need to pit.
Exactly. Currently, the drivers that still have to pit is P1 to P8 at the moment. So Dawson,
Hmm.
Carl, Mons, the Drake, Barenko, AJ, other plans, and Ruzu have to pit. And as I say this, AJ just dives into the pit.
Oh. So
So
kind of
22 minutes left.
abandon the fight just to kind of, you know what, I'll back off a little bit.
Yeah, maybe he'll be able to undercut the other two drivers depending
Maybe.
on when they stop. But that gives Barenko a little bit of room to breathe because he's now almost a second and a half away from Ruzu, so that should give him a little bit of peace for the next couple of laps.
Seems that Lyrecar has been lapped. Oh, he has a bit of a slide there. Oh, proper slide.
And he's
Right into the
wide
grass.
into the grass. Yeah, that's
Fully
sad to
stopped.
see. Sorry, Liar. Sorry, I had to catch
Oh,
that.
and he's gone.
And Dawson at the moment going wide, allowing Call to be 0.2 seconds behind him. He's trying to make a
Very
move there.
close.
And the move is
Oh.
done. Will it
Cal-
stick? He now
Cal
has
went
the
through the
inside
inside.
line.
Oh,
Ooh, there's a little bit of contact
Yep.
there. Dawson banging the back of Call's car, but now the move is done and Call moves up to P1.
Al is in first position with Dawson, maybe having a look down the inside of this next turn, depending on the
Yeah.
braking. No, I think he's gonna just kind of keep it close, but the fight is back on between these two.
Yeah, I don't think Dawson's gonna take that lying
Dawson.
down. He's giving it
Really,
a fight.
really close. Getting really close to the back of
Oh,
Cal.
and he dives into
he
the
dips
pits.
into the pit.
Okay, interesting. Was he trying maybe to
Dawson.
bait him to do another lap and then there's a little bit of wall bagging there. Maybe he got some damage, we don't know.
Maybe.
I hope not.
Because that was a fair hit he had.
Yes, because if
with Kyle.
there was damage there, that was going to compromise his fight for P1 there. Call now pushing. I don't know when he's going to stop, but he's gonna have to stop soon, because if Dawson didn't get any damage, that means that he's gonna be doing one lap with fresh tires, one lap more than Call. So Call has to push now for his life to maintain that P1, because the gap wasn't that big. It was just like 0.2 seconds, 0.3 seconds of a gap. So he has to keep on it, keep pushing.
You seem to have kind of like a wave of people every 2 laps or so deciding to duck into the pits.
Yeah.
But our current reorder seems to be Cal, Mans, and Drazaic. So if it keeps this way, then we'll actually get to ask him his name.
And unfortunately for Call, he currently has a few back markers to go through, so he's not with clean air at the moment, and that might compromise his laps for the next couple of laps maybe. I think he still has Golf Maniac ahead of him. I think when he clears Golf Maniac, he still has some. He will have some clean air. Sorry, because Ninja is only 16 seconds away from him, so he will have some space to play with.
All the drivers seem to be fairly spaced out at the moment. Except
Yeah.
for, well, I can kind of see Mans is starting to get a little bit pressured by Drazaic, but not to the point where it kind of should be bothering him too much.
Dawson already left the pits, and he's now around in the middle of a lap. Yeah, half a lap distance. So he's going to make the back straight and then the few corners into the final straight. So Carl, I think, will have to pit soon, but he started another lap. So I don't know how many laps he's gonna do, but I think this happened last race as well. I think he went to the pits very, very late.
Mans is in the pit,
Interesting. So Mans and Ruzu.
as well as Ruzu.
Yeah, but Ruzu I think is out of position. I think that P4 is going to disappear very soon. I think he was like P6, I think, or P7. So I think
Yes.
AJ and Barenko might go through. And if you notice the leaderboards, AJ is actually ahead of Barenko. So I don't know if something happened to Barenko. Barenko was ahead of AJ before they started to pit. And now AJ is ahead, so the undercut worked.
Yeah, no, I think that I'm not actually quite sure because they were quite close to each other a little while ago.
Mm.
Um,
Oh, and
I'm
there's
not
an incident.
sure.
There's a yellow flag.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all other plans had an incident. I think going into the pits. Maybe he was going too slow. Maybe he went a little bit wide. I don't
Maybe.
know. He's now into the pits. I didn't catch it. I don't know what happened. But
Hmm.
since nothing is happening currently, let's go back 30 seconds to see what happened to cause the yellow flag. So he's
Very
now going
normal.
through the final corner. Oh, I think he touched the dirt a little bit, but that was it. Oh no, he goes a little bit, he slides a little bit into the pit lane. I think that was it, but nothing too serious. So the marshals
Okay.
there getting excited with waving the yellow flags.
They want something to happen.
Yeah.
God, everybody's so evenly spaced out. Can we just, wave the
N-
yellow for fun?
Not everyone. AJ is currently in the back of Ruzu,
Hmm.
0.6 seconds. So that's the closest fight we have currently on track. Carl hasn't stopped yet. And something that I find weird is that the Drake hasn't stopped yet.
Hmm.
And it's only him and Carl that need to stop still. So I wonder how that's going to affect the order. But ooh,
Is that Ruzu on AJ?
yeah, that's Ruzu on AJ, and he got very very close there. But he's 0.2 seconds away from AJ. So, and he seems to be keeping up with him on the straight line. So we'll see how it goes for the next couple of corners. Very tight line through that corner. AJ going very wide through the final corner.
Ooh, very close there.
Yeah. But Ruzu being there didn't allow AJ to go as tight for the apex as he wanted to, so but he still gets a better exit. Because they compromised each other's line.
Still pulls out ahead.
Yep.
So the grid's still quite mixed up, really.
Yeah, there's nothing actually happening at the moment. It's very, very close with these two guys, but the rest of the grid is actually like 4 seconds or more away from each other. And Jack, I think, is getting closer and closer to Golf Maniac.
Yes, that is a little bit of a battle that's going on there if Jack can catch up to Golf. Who again, remember, pitted very early. So whether he plans to pit again is yet to be seen. He could pit again. He could also try and hold it out, but his tires are going to be quite old in a few laps. So we'll see how that plays out.
If he stopped because of damage, I don't think he's going to stop anymore unless he really has to if something happens. Because if everyone is doing a one stop and you're doing two, that's basically your race ruin. So it's very hard to make up the time for going slow in the pit lane and being still for 30 seconds and then going slow again out of the pit lane. So doing that once is okay if everyone's doing it. Doing it twice is like, I'm not so sure about that. But it's a fact that Jack is getting closer and closer, so maybe his tires are already gone because he stopped like 5 minutes in, I believe. 10 minutes in, I don't remember exactly when. So, and we're already like 30 minutes in this race. So those tires are already at the point where everyone else's tires were when they did their first stop. So we'll see. We'll see. And Barenko, I don't know what happened here, but Bobnar, I think maybe had a moment, and Barenko is now up to the back of AJ. And what happened to Ruzu? So Barenko now making a move. Ruzu is now P8. I don't know what happened, but Barenko made a move. AJ braking early, giving a lot of space to Barenko. Now making the old switcheroo, it seems, but doesn't seem to have enough speed to carry to. And now he has to back off. Yeah, this is not a set of corners you want to go through side by side.
No.
Unless you
really
trust the other driver.
You want to really get that line through there, because if you're the entire car's width off the line, then it's going to be a very tricky series of corners for you.
Yeah.
So it's really the straight where you're going to want to make up that time.
So pit window is open for 10 more minutes, which means that Carl and Drake will have to pit in the next 10 minutes. I'm not sure when they're gonna do it, but they will have to. And now this is a very interesting fight here, because AJ is also under pressure from a Bobner. I think that's Bobner. I'm not sure. No, I'm sorry. That's a lapped car. That's Olsen. I'm so sorry. That's not for position. So I don't know what happened
No.
there. Maybe Olsen as a lapped car interfered with AJ and gave Barenko the opportunity to go through.
Maybe.
We would have to check on back that. And now the Drake is in the pits.
Oh,
He went and stopped. So I'm going to be going back and forth between AJ and Barenko and his stop, because I'm interested in seeing where he will be when he leaves the pits.
my guess here is that. Oh wait, was that Dawson going through there?
Yes.
Into the Magnus Effects? It is.
It is Dawson. And
So that looks like Dawson up to P2.
so currently he's 35.4 seconds behind, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that and the Drake is already out of the pits. He's P3, 5.5 seconds away from Mans. That's really nice. But correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that when Carl stops, since he has to stop for 30 seconds and he's going slow, going in and out of the pits, I think those 35 seconds at the moment might give Dawson P1.
Quite possibly, unless Cal pulls out some mega laps. In fact, like he has maybe a maximum of about 3 laps before he has to pit.
Yeah, but the thing with it as well is that if he still needs to pit, right? It's mandatory. You have to get some fuel in.
Yes.
So if he still has to pit at the moment, I would do it now, because then I would have some fresh tires that I could take advantage of for the last 10 minutes of racing, right? If he does it when the pit window is almost closing, which is, and there's the yellow flag. Dawson is oh my god. Dawson had a moment there, and we were just talking about how close this race could be when Carl went for his stop, but I don't think that's going to be a chance now for Dawson, because he lost the position for the Drake as well. What happened? I'm going to go back. I need to see the instant replay for this, because ooh, there was that was a nasty slide. Yes, that was a very, very nasty slide. So, and that allows the Drake to go through. And there he goes.
But did you notice how long Dawson was off the track for? So this changes everything for Cal now.
Yeah, Cal is in a very good position now.
There's a bit of a chance that he could pit and quite possibly maybe make it out.
Yeah, I think so.
Or if he doesn't make it out, he is definitely going to be close to Josaic and Dawson.
Yeah.
And he'll have fresh tires, bit of fresh fuel. He'll be ready to fight them.
And in the meantime, Barenko under pressure from AJ again. AJ giving up a good fight here, making it exciting for us. And the Aston Martins keep fighting for position, for P5 at the moment.
Something you wouldn't hear in F1, but
yeah, I mean, maybe you will hear.
Maybe.
Oh, AJ had a moment there. I think he went a little bit wide. I don't know what happened, but he lost quite a lot of time. Yeah, that was the second he lost there. Unfortunately for AJ. That's too bad. That was too bad.
Solidifying for the time being Barenko's P5. It's 8 minutes to try and get that time back and make a move. So we're going to have to check in on that to see.
Meanwhile, I think Mans might be striking Dawson. No, he's still 4 seconds away, but I think he's making up a lot of ground on Dawson. I'm not sure exactly what happened to Dawson. Maybe he's lost a little bit of confidence when he had that slide. But it seems like Mans is getting a lot of time. He could have hurt his tires also. Yeah, when you get that heat, that temperature up, yeah, you have to let the tires chill and cool down for a little bit. Yeah, we'll see how that goes for him. But still, Carl in first position and showing us. Still has not pitted. Yeah, showing us that consistency does pay off. The man hasn't made a mistake so far. Aside from a little contact here and there that we're not sure exactly what happened, so I'm not sure if it was his fault or not, but man is very, very consistent. Currently with the fastest time as well, with a 59.2. No one getting close to the qualifying times. Of 57, I believe, 57.9 and 58 that everyone was doing.
57, very quick.
But still, the only ones in the 59s are Carl and Dawson. Those are the only two. And unfortunately, Dawson had that slide incident a couple of laps ago. So we're not sure if he's still going to be able to put up a fight for P1. And we're still waiting on Carl to do his pit stop. So we kind of want to see where he's going to end up when he stops for at least fuel. Not sure for tires, but for fuel, because I mean the man is on the mission here, and these tires doesn't seem to affect his times. I know he's currently around 2 seconds slower than his fastest lap, but so is everyone else. He's still the fastest guy on track at the moment. I think Dawson did a 2:01.17, and he's currently with a 2:01.18, the latest lap. So I don't know.
Well, you may notice that the team that Cal
and
is
he's
on...
spinning,
he's spinning!
Oh!
I was just about to say, the team that Cal is on is called Zero Fuel Fan Club. So maybe that was them kind of like playing to his team name. But
I'm just rubbing my hands. Where is the Drake? Where is he?
I'm just waiting for
I think he's
to
quite a
pass.
bit far away. He's still doing the back straight. Still in the beginning of the back straight. So I wish we had a split screen but the call just stopped right now. So once I see that car move, okay, that's 30 seconds from now. Yeah, 30 seconds. No, he completely stopped. Oh, he just went for fuel. I don't think he changed his tires.
He didn't change tires.
No, that was too fast of a stop to change tires. That was just like a liter of fuel at most.
Did he have to change his tires?
No, he didn't. That's it. But I don't think
all he had to do, and that was the thing. Minimum fuel was a liter.
Yeah,
So
I didn't think that someone would be crazy enough to not change tires and just do the whole race. That's
put a liter of fuel in the car.
crazy. That's crazy. And that's actually a shame, because if Dawson didn't have that incident, he would be in a very good position, because he would be more or less with the same fuel as Carl has in his car right now, and he would have like much fresher tires. So it would be an awesome fight.
Close.
But now we're like 5.5 minutes away from the end of the race, and the Drake is 13 seconds away. So I'm not sure. I don't think that will be enough time to make up 13 seconds, even if he was going fast enough, and the Drake going a little bit over that curve there.
It's definitely not. And Dawson another fair bit behind as well.
Yeah, Dawson doesn't even seem to be gaining time from the Drake, so I think he's quite losing some time actually. So
the second to fourth is not too far away from each other. Like they're about equidistant. So then they're all on the same straight. So we maybe if something happens to one of them, the order may shift.
Yeah, we'll have to see if there are any incidents. Currently, again, AJ making some ground to Barenko again.
Very close fight between these two for majority of the race.
Yeah, shame AJ had that incident back there, because we will still be on Barenko if it wasn't for that. He's 0.9 behind, but there are still 4.5 minutes to the end of this race, so that means we still have more or less 3 laps of racing, and 3 laps is more than enough time to make up for those 6 tenths that he has away from Barenko at the moment. So Barenko being able to keep AJ behind at the moment, but we'll see. And at the front, at the moment, we see no changes in gaps.
Al's still leading. Has not changed. Unless he's chasing Jack, in which case I'd question why.
Yeah.
He's not fighting him.
The Drake is gaining time on him. It was, I believe, 16 seconds when he left the pits, or 15. He's now currently at 12 seconds. Still, there's not enough time to make up those 12 seconds unless Carl has some kind of moment there up front.
If Joseic stays on the current pace, he's not going to catch him. He's going to have to whip out some nitrous or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, if you are Carl in first place with 12 second gap, I mean, you don't have to risk anything. You can just go very slow to those corners that you think are the most troublesome ones. And, just bring it home. And now AJ, 0.3 seconds away from Barenko. Barenko fighting for his life to keep P5 now. Unless, you know, he's sandbagging and he's just giving us some exciting
He's
racing.
sandbag. He's still sandbag. Sandbag all the way. Maybe he sandbagged too much and he can't get rid of them.
No, but AJ is a very fast driver as well. I think AJ still has a lot to show us, and he's trying to have a look there on the outside, then the inside. He's very, very close. Got a very nice exit. Ooh, he's so close right now. There's like 2 or 3 inches separating both cars. Now he backed off a little bit. It seems like he got a better exit out of that corner. Maybe going a little bit wide. And Barenko starts braking earlier than AJ. AJ very tight line through that corner. Doesn't take a lot of track on the exit. And now he's making a move on the inside.
Can he make it through this next turn? No, but they're very, very, very close.
He had to take a lot of curve there.
Stays out in front again down onto the hanger straight.
So
Very close matchup between these two.
Barenko.
With only a minute 45 left.
Oh, and Barenko goes wide and
it's
gives the
AJ.
position to AJ, but he's still
Barenko
going at
gets
it.
the tighter line through here.
Very, very close.
He's gonna slot in behind him.
Oh,
There's
man.
nothing he could do.
He's so close, so close. And now they're going to the finish line, and
Barenko is going to try everything.
ooh, he's on the
This
inside
last 1
now.
minute.
There's no
Oh, the
contact.
inside. A little bit too much braking from Barenko.
He
and
was trying to
slots
avoid
in
contact.
again behind AJ.
He was trying to avoid
He is
contact,
going to be trying everything for this
Yeah.
last minute to try and get past AJ once again. AJ must be quite happy with himself finally making that move, but
and now Barenko having to look a little bit in his mirrors as well, because Bobnar is coming, 0.9 behind. I'm not sure if he's going to catch Barenko. But AJ making a very good job of that overtake. Very, very nice. He took the opportunity. He saw an error from Barenko and he capitalized on it. So now is just a question of maintaining the position. He was already getting some ground on him slowly. And if he keeps doing what he was doing, he could keep this position until he crosses the line for the finish of the race. So good job. Very good job. And he's pulling
Very
away
good
from
job,
Barenko. So unless he has some
that
kind of
battle may
incident.
be over.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say,
Unfortunately.
'cause it was quite entertaining,
Yeah.
quite good, but
And now I think Barenko is going to be under pressure from Bobnar a little bit because he's getting very close. And Carl currently
Very
on his
close.
final lap. He just started it, so we're just gonna have this lap and the next one. And Bobnar is so close. He's going to make a move on the outside of Barenko right now. No, on the inside. He
definitely
stays. Yeah, he
thought
backed
about
out.
it,
Yeah,
but
he
I don't
backed
think
out.
he was quite close enough.
He backed out. Now Barenko going very wide again.
Goes a bit wide there.
Yeah.
Needs to watch out for Bobnar on his
It seems like
inside.
Bobnar now getting a better exit, it seems. No, they're actually the same speed right now. He's having a look on the inside. Both braking more or less at the same point. But Bobnar, I think, now actually getting a better exit. And now let's see how both of them take these corners. Bobnar, I think, taking a tighter line through.
Oh, Barenko just with that bit of a better line there through
Yeah.
the final kind of turn ends up getting ahead, or well, staying ahead, but kind of getting a little bit of a slingshot there out of the last turn.
And AJ is
Bobnar.
clear. AJ is clear because now
Yeah.
Barenko is being forced to defend. So this gives AJ the opportunity to, you know, just chill, just cruise mode until the end of the race.
He'd still want to keep an eye in his mirror, but you know, just kind of relax a little bit. Don't want to
Yeah.
overdo it.
And now Carl just going through the final couple of corners here with a lead of 10.5 seconds. He didn't change his tires, I believe, so damn.
Some good management.
He was able to, to go through to the entirety of the race with the same set of tires. That's incredible. And
All
he's
the way
just
to-
now crosses the line to finish P1 and he's flashing his lights, and as he should, because that was a hell of a race from him.
Hell of a drive.
Yeah, As many people have said before, consistency is better than actually going fast. So
There's
congratulations to
a
Carl for I believe it's his second win on ACC. The Drake already crossed the line as well. P2. We
yeah,
have Dawson
and
P3.
Dawson.
Months P4. And we now have AJ also going through the last couple of
Bottom.
corners. He's going to cross the line to finish P5. And Barenko is going to finish P6 and Bobnar P7. He wasn't able to get the overtake done on Barenko, but that was some nice fighting. Other plans also finished P12 already because he was lapped. Ruzel just finished P8. Sweet is coming through the last couple of corners. Car number 77, Olsen, is now crossing the line to finish P14. He was also lapped. Sweet is crossing the line right now.
And that's the last car.
I believe so. No, we still have Last Ninja Cow and Golf Maniac actually racing for position.
Oh, really?
Yes, they're racing for P8 and Golf has a moment in a slide and he goes wide. He goes wide. I was looking forward for a fight.
That's kind of last second fight there, yeah.
That's very unfortunate for Golf. But still, he managed to get back up to... I'm not sure if this order is correct, because some drivers already left, but I think this is for P12, P14 maybe? I'm not sure.
I think maybe P13.
Yeah. So now, Ninja crosses the line. I'm not sure what position he's in at the moment, and then we have Golf Maniac just behind him, crossing the line just a few seconds back.
P11.
Exactly. So this is the final order of the race. We have Carl, the Drag P2, Dawson P3, Mons P4, AJ P5. Nice battle between him and Barenko, Barenko got P6, and I don't know the order anymore because everyone is leaving. So I would have to check back on that. I at least gave you like the first 6 drivers to finish the race for 6th position. So
we'll have a look in the stream here.
yeah.
Let's see.
I need to see if they want to talk to us because
It was.
I need to pull them here.
It was P1 Cal, P2 Josaic, P3 Dawson.
Who is
P4
Carl? I'm not sure if
Mans.
Carl is here. Oh no, he's not here. And the other one is Dawson, right? Who is Dawson? No, I don't think he's here as well.
AJ, then Barenko, Bobnar, Ruzu, Sweet, Ninja, Golf for P11, then Other Plans P12, Jack, Olsen, and then Liar Crier, and apparently me. So I'll take P16. Nice.
Can we pull them up here?
Let's have a look. See, no, I don't want. No. Let's see.
So Ben is Dawson. We can't pull him up here, right?
I think so. If he's in a room, maybe.
Let me see.
Or we can just kind of like send in I think, just at everyone who. So who there's like.
Oh, he's got no microphone. Oh.
Oh, okay.
That's too bad.
I'm Dawson. Yeah. Has he at all the whole time?
Again,
I think it's
again.
just the podium there. So
Okay, now it should be going through. Thank
Has
you,
he had
thank
it
you,
the whole
boss.
time? Or...
No. It was just for when I switched to this.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
in a way. So I'm sorry. I'm going to rewind a little bit here. And again, Philip, congratulations. Philip is the guy with him buttering his name on stream. He's P2 the Drake, so I'm going to call him Philip from now on because he authorized me to do so. So I was just asking Philip how his race went. I know he had a little bit of contact through the first couple of laps there that might have compromised his race a little bit. But aside from that, he did a very good job. He finished P2. So walk us through the race. Talk us through it.
Well, that was a pretty hectic first lap. I made a little bit of a mistake in the Porsche from Maggots Beckett. And then I had a BMW diving me way into the chicane. So I had to dodge that. I lost a little bit of time there. I had also a Porsche behind me who dived me and hit my rear, broke my diffuser. And the next lap, I had an Aston that also dived me and hit me in the side and gave me another like 5 seconds of damage. I was about 3 to 4 kilometers down on top speed the whole time. It was pretty rough. I was losing a lot of time, and the tires were fantastic. The tires are much better than the other cars. I had a pace maybe to win this race, but hey, just a little bit of damage, a little bit maybe too aggressive or just too unlucky at the start.
Oh, okay, I see. Nevertheless, I think you did a very good job. I think P2 is a very good result. So congratulations on P2. That was pretty nice. And please keep giving us some exciting racing because we like to commentate on this.
Thank you. I will try.
Yeah, thank you. And so we have our race winner. And also, please do tell how to pronounce your name. We've been calling you Carl. I'm not sure if it's the.
that is fine.
Okay,
we
so
got it right.
Yeah, woo. No butchering here. So, Carl, congratulations on the race win again.
Thanks.
And man, I am confirm this to me or for us, because we are not
Please.
sure. You made your stop like maybe with I think maybe 6
It was- I
minutes
think it was-
left.
Yes.
4 minutes left in the pit window, 6 minutes left in the race.
Yes, and you did not switch tires, did you?
No.
So you did the whole race with the same tires, right?
Yes.
And you just fueled in like 1 liter.
Yes.
Yes, I told you. That was too quick a
It
stop.
was too quick of a stop because
That's
we were saying
crazy.
like, oh, he has to change tires. He has to add more fuel. He can't be going this entire race as quick as he was with that much fuel in the car. Said he only put 1 liter in, and we were saying it's like, oh, he's gonna have a 30 seconds. He's gonna have like all the slow driving and whatever, and Jose's gonna catch. Dawson's gonna catch. But no, you were in and then you're out again, and we were just kind of astonished how you're keeping the tires the whole time.
Yeah, that's so crazy. And you had a little incident at the start of the race. You had some contact with Dawson, which relegated you to P6, and you still managed to get back up to him even before both of you made your pit stops. So can you talk us through how your race was?
Well, at the start, I was pushing like as much as I could, so there was really nothing left in the tire at the end of the race. But I think it was mostly luck on my part that the Merc seemed a little bit snappy and maybe made some mistakes, and I gained a lot of time there.
Okay, I see.
And yeah, just made it through. Didn't get too much stuck in the traffic, and
Yeah, you did a good job. We were looking at the qualifying times, and Dawson did a cracking time. He did a 1:57.9 or something. But then I was looking at you during qualifying, and you were very, very consistent. Like you almost, I think, well, at one point you crossed the line and your delta was 0. Like you went like just a couple of hundredths of a second like slower, and that's some crazy consistency. And I was actually saying to Crane that, well, if he keeps it that consistent throughout the race, 6/10 is actually that it isn't that much time to make up on. So and it shows that you showed us that because you had that incident, you were able to crawl back to P2 and just stay behind Dawson, and then you went completely bananas and didn't change your tires, and you finished the race like 10.5 seconds away. So my question to you now is, were you not worried that when you made your pit stop that Dawson would be maybe able to undercut you since he would be on better tires and a lower fuel load?
No, with tires, no. But I wasn't sure if he was going to switch tires or not. So
I
if
don't
he
think
didn't,
Dawson changed tires. I don't think so.
yeah.
Like,
So
Dawson
it
didn't
could have
change
been
tires?
because I was stuck behind traffic for a little bit, and I was afraid that that's gonna cost me. But thankfully not.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because during the race, we were looking at the time difference, and Dawson was P2 just 35 seconds away from you. And we were trying to do some quick math here. And I was thinking, well, if he's going to stop, he's going slow to the pit lane. Maybe he switches tires. That's a 30-second stop while still going slow. Maybe that gives enough chance of Dawson to maybe fight for P1. But that didn't happen, and it probably wouldn't have happened anyways because you still you were stopped for like I don't even know, like 10 seconds maybe. Even though you were going slow, I think at the point Philip was like 46 seconds away from you, and with your stop you still came out like 10, no, not 10, like 16 seconds away from him. Of course you were losing a little bit of time because Philip would change tires. But still,
No, I
that
didn't.
was... You didn't change tires as well. You guys are all crazy.
What?
You guys are all crazy. Okay.
We did
so
the math. It is faster. Unless you are 2 seconds quicker every lap, it is quicker not to change tires.
Okay. So
Wow.
you guys are here. Everyone in Simcade now knows
Yeah.
the strat. Do not change
Everyone
tires.
racing ACC next week, don't change your tires.
Unless we start going for longer races, you do not switch tires. Okay, that's a new one for me.
alright.
We always change tires, and I wish I had learned that sooner. So,
Well-
anyways, guys, I think that this is a wrap up. Thank you for coming here and talk to us a little bit, and thank you for the exciting racing you gave us tonight. That was really nice to watch, and congratulations on the P1 call and P2, Philip.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was a fantastic race to watch.
Yeah. It was. So, unfortunately, Dawson can't be here because he doesn't have a microphone. So we shall end the stream now. So thanks everyone for watching. If you guys want to join the racing, you can join through SimGrid. I believe they have a page put up to join racing here with Simcade League, and they're also promoting some mental health awareness through all those fantastic organizations that are now on top of the screen. So if you want to support us, you know where to find us, simcadeleague.co.uk. So thanks for watching once again. Thank you, Crane, for enduring my voice for the last hour and a half, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.